in all those places. Indeed, the Yamidiame and then Yenanase. Now, and the Sikumasino, it's unfortunate. Many opportunity as several as the mayor, a honum near whole situation. Me Kaipa say, me two and among alcohol, and no more didn't come over, especially from wiring. Your man, National Fire Service engage you on fire education, said on behavior wiring, and so for no. Now, the usual absorbing of Ghana for Nipa. But it's an unfortunate situation. I wish say the berries of reports and I mean Senkro for attack fire for Nasifon a pathetic. Unimadi Kudentia. Baby at 70 no access to sa area no crano and ye adewa. Would you what transfer few order? Unim said ye a ho asem a tear and it say Ubikra Binya Quine. Shamu building no any footbridge no honum. Baby a war no war, any baby a containers are almost permanent to see a bed car for her. Track cry into me for her. Trotro, a abubu yakra into me raho. And the method biana fire for no no, yenya butre emma won, ye kofa emotions into the yenema a cancer so a yana a hydronepa by a bumpire say bibia. Boni bianco betri bim woma ahwero mo japade no but to amun shedding de yemi de wo mu ni se nipa bia ho anka na omo etinkwamu nkwane hia o I believe say most of them to be normal insure omo products are mo benya etimi enya hu bibi e de asan hye o mudwumade ase enti bebesre hwa be ye restructuring of that area na you consider a lot of things and sana se beti am obi akra san akoho akoye mpata bia no kosidan no so ye hu se na no akantama to dey buy on say dada okokan na tennie no ho keka ho ba e ba ni sei no omo ye no ma hu se at least no so mo ba mu kakrama asemsia fire for bet me ewramu no nti I believe say the next planning no so no me planning department and fiscal planning for no so to take into consideration all those things.
Medasi honorable Sampine and wote nenkano but ansana yebeko other discussions no so no Renal ato kwame na enin ene wanya emfie num o papa Apostle Paul enin ene o mame ama da kwa benin say yema happy birthday nene wanya emfie enum onyankopon enka wo ho over Sampine other issues on table no so minim bia opese ode efa no pe
na hinu na opese mefa we say na we head teacher
ubisa me pan kamaka se hwe galamsey mame
o yan sha se bi galamsey
so say bisa na wo pese wo fa
me de ni nyina ba wonim ena ma me hya soro na mfamra se nana ya cheti fo biem enema ebi ekoso wo omayimu a esi nyina yema yani eda ho ne ka ho asem na de yemi ya ba ko pa ni se enkrofo bi afa to am se wo mo na be kire se MPP4 yenka we ana mi enka we ebi twin ba show so na wo mo be ka adentina busume mi ensape ya ka aban no ho asem ba nana se aban ewo ho na oye bibi from the onset no one kama antria ekwa atwira wontimi ntiri biem aise wodua ewo fie se wo de beje mframa se dia no echia no ampa homa bi amfa ntwe no amfa aboa kese bi amanya trena ntimi anyina nkoten ya enyini no na achia sa no ntimi ntiri biem gi so utwa tutwene esen dua foforo na hwemre dua ba ko ebesen nyini ababe yesei enti nyo bi na be kire yen MPP4 emra yen kasa eni asma yen kanfa ho e wa ban we sei mu enti omo aye o madwene sa no wo mu bejai and no munya ready. If you say you know I'm better, I can some no say they say can be. If you say yeah, for instance, and I know Amity say Deputy Attorney General, I say Jakpanum call former Bank of Ghana Governor Fee, woman a sanction, me yam shame. Nana yao, so warrant, se focus search you be. And yet the Drug Enforcement Agency where you were star no. One more do for warrant in pool. Says to say we are drug dealer nearby and no they don't effective arrest no. But we say there was a pay nema. Meanwhile, no me sure say nipa no power di can't one side friend no. Every sign say asem say ni say. Now we betra ho law lecturer which me catch you say Rambo style of attack no mona mo sanction ye. Now you want to clean the system of corrupt people and nipa who suspect it to be a corrupter when you have no evidence, no basis. Now say we ko kan na obi abetra haka say ma MPP fo nka na mufi abemu na de ya ba kum so mu ni say empanifo wonim de awo mun na say nkomom nim de de no wo be kan na o equate ni say we na no bi wo ye bi na na no me ye ne na ye se na enya adenti na na de say ye
se bia wo ye na nya ye kan wa nte ase
enti wo so eso be ye sabi o adenchi
ma me so menko
adenchi
me so me pema meba
wo say
me so me pema meba
na nei wa ba mi fie wo ba wa mun say sabi anopa me twitwiri me se me nya hwe me ho fie basa na me receive ahoho en na mun krokro fie ahoho ba ne na sefo twurusi na wo kasa de be fi wanum be ba na nye na sementia na sa wo ba betra makunya no so a wo si me the same thing na de o ka kire me na no ne nyansa wo sane ye ka sanya enenso nye anya sa o man no yentimi nkoya nim efi se ade bia sha ase a e wo ba bia se endi e na asem we sei e ya titi asem o me camera asojafo ewura me papa ho be piki no me camera me ne me papa ne ne ma ne da kuntanum ye nyina egudem a wo be piki yen without notice nothing enye ne na me your boy na me nye man se na me tuwi enti sane ma no emwa oman mu ko so ma san ko wiasika yesi 10,000 enna ma me na gudie enwa de do bi kura ka chem kura de na sire keke ozo mu hu ma bi na ye green no am ka se NDC atare na omfa kan ho omkoko bie mu na ya de foforo san enema we se nyina no se international community ne tia emwa emma affect investments and investors a person mo ba no emma gidien so emma obi mu so bi wo pepa so be ye adwuma ama man no a onim se owie adwuma na notwithstanding se oye a political na oye political no se aban na nimre no ye adwuma no kwa wie ya de be ye no nti wan hwe yi a ebedu mre bi no ebe political appointees with no technical knowledge enkwa na be kwa ko ye adwuma no market on the wall na emwa obi anso e wo man no nchichire ene ne nkankomu nti omo mianyai na wo mo edi wo mo nim de se lawyer pani wo chire students law na be kasa asemi na kasa mo bi warrant nko bench warrant so fanko ye adwuma na no chire se fanko e basabasa adenti na omo koye wo mo kokko tutu papa no CCTV atete no wires eye bibia edie na no mpese ye disi edie na no mo mpese nipa hunu enu ti na mo koye sa na ma no na ukwa no kuta warrant aye mra kwan so wakwaji no court wan fan chiro obia wo koye no won koye bone no let the cameras be there nanka samba ya ye kan nanka camera no ya gi footage no na de dia dance ya say mo bae na sama ye kan say ni say no man ko wi sika man fa ma me na gudie
edi enso na hire say nye fiura so na disconnect na re
na e bae wo matuma be ya no sa me metimi fie Mimi CCTV cameras ma bo ho ka I install obi aba ho so be search me nti akwa no makotete ase no ma sa ko first ga ko wa benye aban ne bitu ama me nana yaw asem we say pa ye kan hin this is adjust ayi nyina ye twetwa nsanfo ni bi a ye ketrema adani abutuo no ene betumi akasa asem no but it's bad hwe dom ye kateche frifa de ye kateche frifa boni ben waye and someone profobity radio suni TV so aka krom ha over the past 8 years
na ye
wo say
na ye
na nye ba hwan na achi say akwachi na bu no wo ya na nkrofo akweti nana yaw na wom say ai obi kwa demonstration ene achi no ne bu nana yaw wo pa mamnu mienu ye nwie programming ni anka se Black Star match on be born ne no yen ye peso mu buini anuti ni ye kire bi ni enkosi kwan tesa no kwan no na yam chi drivers mu bo mu ka hwehwe enyi gi bisika enya de fata na ebe hwe se protein me fa yen a o ma be na achichiri de sa no koto de no bodwe yen nya nkire de obeka awu amu awu nti enya no manonko no we need not go on that tangent ebio say what see obi ayeboni a ye woni mra kwan so mere allegations suspicions eda ba ku esi obi the report ma say o mutu say obi enema bi a na wo ministry bi no ne ho de bewo obi susu say ne ho ne bewo na wo koya de pano ade na kata wanim bi say mask ada na me hu se na ya kasini ada na hu se sampan na ekoi ana Peter Square nu ni wo na
ana Kinedwet
ana hwan
Kinedwet
misro e bia ma beduro no kofa na sam brami na papa no misro no pa na wakatakatu anim kaka motobi clandestine action and military and no maka no ekwa akoya wo mo yesa na ema no if you say wo mo heard the repercussions say bia obi attack one back now wo koye what is the normal duty prescribed by the law allowed by the law awonim say wo koya de pa e wo ho no wo kato anim it's even possible say wo mo nya military ebetumi abasa yen these boys and girls no ma hihyo uniforms enom de koye sa de no because that was a professionally trained military wa Ghana ha any process for ebekwa yes action no ana wo mobile boys no masiso ma no ye matufo ni nasifo ni bi gugu buase ni kwase nasifo no eno masiso ma kogu national security eno ma shom uniform di to ache wo nsem people have no training whatsoever ya de weapon mano pistol ni rifle edi o man ni achichiri sa no yewura Mahama president bestre no ni 1.something million difference no enye nu na Ghana for pe o enye nu ntra ene to abama no to harass people enye nu de okaye dina chimpie su kaye no say oberetify we no ene ye hwe animu no wo munyai sa ne ma no na mesre yema we enye last me I don't wish say your bapa be my MPP your beka say yes you be call that tangent yes I know the status quo no ebe continue to remain and sanda na was when say we are say just static o a dynamic emre dane kokofu krom ama krom ni emre dane enti yem bia nso me hayen e wo mayimu e wo saa ne ma no ho
obra me ha me ni nso te ha
me ha me ni nso te ha enti me de mesre wo mo next time say me sampan na susu say me kwotena ke me ho me kobo okro no look at the proper processes not Rambo style not say but show of power intimidating crowd ni nasifo no eno de obia ni ho bepene atranse ama aye adwuma e wo Ghana ha na de eyam yaba ko eye won accession
just say
ai ena mo be bo man no mfie nwɔtwe na yaw ya to abama MPP 2016 ya ba 2017 Ghana for renew your mandate 2020 enti mfie nwɔtwe no a wo ka no na pese to say sebe Ghana for ni adwene na the first 4 years ya nema troka na ya ka say wo musame opportunity ya mbeto aso nya ne troka ananso say fit 2017 back in 2021 the course nyina ye hu o man no adan ni am say ho question say asem say ne bai then you go ahead na mo beka ensem na mo de enam ha then you ask say dia ben na ekoma ekoduru ni sei se wotimi kire me se dia sei na me ekoduru ni sei a eho ena na megidie na wonim se ukoye nsohwe O level SSC BC even university you calculate your GPA you fab subject I score AA nunkwa o enen fa dia score DDD nunkwa o you aggregate ni nyina enti your mind no na ya tete apansam no you aggregate ni nyina no 2024 you see the economy grew by 5.7%. 5.7%, notwithstanding and someone else no enyina. Enti wo makeka sansem no so no wo mo bejai because there mo be yan twen mo nto aso nka unless maybe eni ho unless maybe yan pese eka enti nyo bi na be chiro bi said the on kanasem ana the emre so kan asem no enti wo nya enya ho enti ase enti yesre sa Rambo style sa ekwan faso patapasam ni de mfata yebdi ya niema sesi no wo munyai wo munyi free politics na ye no emu ne hu se ebo society a emra na ye adwuma wadamfo Donald oti opam crofo enye crofo susu amunya no kwa
Trump na nya madamfo no
sa
nya madamfo no
mem de madamfo no
Kennedy na madamfo no Trump do nya madamfo
oye say obeye ne wo mra kwan court no aka chen say we are wuye emfano kwan mu when no what arms in America when na trainee the elite forces in America when the war agencies are when be dealing with such situations in America but look at what is going on there and not na you expect to say see two anamon see yakwe numa sa NSA de ensem no efa so neja sa true asem no ene de emfata gun yanima say e de gun crofo anima say invade the privacy of other persons na wo mo de intimidating crofo o man no no enya sentinel to aba man ndc
enya sentinel to aba ema ndc sampan ena oten nka no Tommy akwaba Tommy ezai
nyame adomode ache
yo issues are on the table so I no pay Rambo style raid Galamsey fight and any other issue the opposite of Febia but in the next 15 minutes meet you
all right my starting free arrest her because I think say her nana me offer some pine at the starting free me ba na me tie no pa nana dey kind I will say the issues to the right perspective. Just a few months ago, less than 4 months ago, Ghanaians were bemoaning strongly about corruption and our system. Not Ghana for suye pa. And one of the key highlights na wo abai koto 2024 mo ene se wo mo a yesusu se o ma bo man no kro no o ma fa man na japade abai no ba ono mo bedi 3 months ni ye nhunu any major sign or action akoso with respect to say abino hold the people accountable. The committee that was put together, oral committee, the report penny the report to no attorney general. Nya pese yeti ene say asomasi ana obenten ya hold no accountable. Sekado do say ni susu se wafa anamon a aban etu se ode beji sika no asotwe a e wo se ye de be ma no through the criminal justice system, prosecution through the criminal justice system. Nana ya mesre media de shede ke se ne beto NDC aban nanim. Aban no should be creative about the fight against corruption. Aban should be creative about its recovery approach. Aban should be creative in holding persons accountable, especially persons or officials of the previous government. Aban should be creative in holding these people accountable. And yes, sir, ebema enkophobia and sympathy, they don't deserve it. We all want to see some action to be done, but not this way. Nana, how people's homes are being stormed at gunpoint. I think we're in a democracy. Upe ubia ompe adesina sema power bakwa eme. I don't like the governor of the central bank, the former governor of the central bank, Addison, because of the nomobia or year as governor. But enon trese yem for two nkosi obi so ofie. I don't think that is the right approach. Until I say Abino should be creative, because Nana the yebema afena nkofo bi ehho asati ye Ghana formable. Nana, we need to collect our money from people. Oh. We need to collect our money from some people. You're Radisson. He should not earn even a single iota of sympathy from Ghanaians. Because Obi Otimitina Central Bank a print sika without parliamentary approval. Obi Otimi run a central bank amana in 1 year bank ni boka 60 billion. Sani pano onyo bia e wo se onya any iota of sympathy from Ghanaians. Inte ma yemfa tuo nko gina ne so one ne yire so ofie e ma yemfa national security fo nko wuro mu fie e ma Ghana fo me hu omobo ama se say no on sani pano e say ono anya kwan esu yabesra ban. Nana, you're making a key recommendation to Aban. Say, involve the citizens in the fight against corruption. If Aban no per se or recover resources from Omo Aban must involve the people. Nana, yes, say, implement a policy where citizens can volunteer information about assets, about bank accounts, about activities of certain people. And if that information lead to any recovery, Obama say nipa no 10%. Nana, who implemented our policy where you don't need to take national security men and with guns and enter somebody's house. You will sit in your office and people will bring you the information. Nti yebesre national security storming people's homes at night is becoming one too many. Nana, I don't feel sorry for the MPP. In fact, it's people like us who can criticize these actions. But offer more worse, and we spoke about it. But on say and yede mono on say musu. tama na mo chichi a Rambo style me ye swa me de me ko prison for nothing. Journalist omo yo madwuma upon radio so ani a che wa sheka mu meba offer meba
when the so da ben so
offer untikroma na ye che me aha anti ka se wante
ya me create stories in fan concept
nana untikroma wante se kufu ada ban che me mo ye no ya ka kire mo se munyai ngede ye mo anya mo de on sa fe musu na mo chichi ye sheka mo storm me national security for e ba me fie e be ransack me fie nyina go online you see the stories of us one tia go online so one tia go online the stories and the videos are all online go and see
then I pesa wo kire wo sa
na pesa me chese of amomu susu yen ye be ka kira ban so wonyai because yen some of us we've suffered some of these things
yen ye hwan mo no
me nana me
tika se wo
and I'm saying some of us enya me nkwa I'm using the word some of us because enya me nkwa na ku for da ban che me ni bebre wa uni abobi ansa upon radio program opf studio na ye che ne share mu de no shape sales ade akokan Kufuado asem Rebecca Kufuado asem what you say mo amunia Captain Smart ono so sa me yes so me de me ko she teshi sales de me ko court ma me bill ko afi ko still almost so munjai me almost had me to move for another 24 hours even when court has granted me bail. Before that, the national security for Bamifia Bera Saki Mifia, all electronic gadgets were taken away from my house. And I suffered the trauma for a long time. It took me almost a year. Na me da me kata me ni ana incident ni jejina me so. And so I know how this feels. And that is why I won't wish that even on my worst enemies. And that is why I make caution Aban say Aban should be creative about these things. Because enkofo no ma wia esika no eni say mo excuse to pocket the money for free. So na kenofo yata ono wa bo man ne krono abo man ne bosia de o man akosha amna mu ma enkofo sika da bank nyina bank afa. Kenofrata timi de obi kokko ekosi obi wonya nyina so timi de aban ne court because of normal bit say when somebody Kenofrata should be standing criminal trial. So all we are saying is say sa no man kitinkiti we say no ebe man kofo nya kwan for mo ho adi, and we shouldn't allow that. Let's be creative in the fight against corruption. Let's be creative in our recovery programs. Enough of national security storming people's homes. If it's a covert operation on person they should find a way. They should find a way. We live in a civilized democratic society. They should find a way to do it. So they be man kofono and any unnecessary sympathies from the public. So Addison should right now be thinking of how he's going to defend himself.
But I didn't hear me say the way I will see Kasana say the mere fact say Obi Susu say Obi IABB and no man boy Brentin as any panel or Cromfa now IABB bonnet because the people they should not be allowed to have sympathies and also Munya bonnet Obianca's on my bonnet court Biaca's on my bonnet
na court na kaso Obi ai bonnet
Nanka why
court ne level allegations.
No, it is not about allegations. Allegations are mere allegations. Tio.
But it's not any allegation in a preceding trial.
No, but the fact say Obi allege say Tio Sammy, Tommy, me no tia say no Obi say Tommy I say. The mere fact say Obi ka say Tommy I say does that mean say why?
Enti unti krom ha.
It is not about biti krom.
Meba. No. And Addison call bank, call parliament. Yebusa ne say Sikana Printiano, did he come for approval? Okay, I said Debbie.
So
is that not in violation? Is that not in violation of the law?
So take him to court.
That cannot be an allegation, Minia.
It is.
How is that an allegation?
Why is it not? Take him to court. So what is it here? Remember, say nipa na yade. Now fi say ade na oye no. Etiamra. Ade na yamra na yede hwe o ma we see.
Nana, I think you are mixing up the issue because based on what you are saying and the explanation you are giving are two different things. Yanka say and in fact the latter part of your statement is exactly what I'm saying. Say we are convinced prima facie on the face of the evidence available menkwa dossier mo your friend is saying Addison ho. I think the government has enough to prosecute Addison without storming his house. They don't need to storm his house with gunmen to prosecute him. And so on the latter part of his statement, but to say the issues that that have been raised against them are mere.
I haven't said that. Please.
So someone here, Bonibia.
But
wait, somebody.
Yeah, sir. Tangent we any acquire the populism, any hate talk, and the money per week. What's what does ya? We are wine. Mensa Thompson. We are wine. What does ya?
Mamincho nipa me. Mamincho nipa me. Mamincho nipa me.
Over Sampai Nabotre. Tie me. Over Sampai, tie me. My you have removed. O my clean your off and tie me. Tie. All point, I'll beat me a raisy. Mama crime more raisy, but to say wo we are wine dear Pacho. And you can say a to move Kokrokoo.
Withdrawn, but capacity burn also will be who does here. And then I am some what who does and yes,
Nana with you and you one
unquote them. I think I was
manning the point, but manning the point.
Meba, did you kind? Me a Ghanaian. Okay, Constitution Article 2. Every Ghanaian has a duty to defend and protect the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Every Ghanaian has a duty and responsibility to protect the properties of the Republic of Ghana. And as Ghanaian, I have capacity. Number 2, I run a civil society organization that have been involved in a number of things. Ministry department agencies, most of the time, they call CSOs for stakeholder engagement. That some of these things are you put it to even some of your ministers, they can't respond to it. And do better now say me I
think it's I
think it's neither here nor there. But the point is that semifa the annual report of the Bank of Ghana as Ghana na me share na central bank a print sika na sika no print and emra say before the central bank can print money they must seek approval from parliament. Na say wanye sa de na we say me raise these allegations against him.
That is not a point.
That's what I said.
That's not
what I said.
Enti adena enti nipa wo bu mra so and emra wo bu so no and na me say you don't need gunmen to go to his home.
That is not in contention.
Enti na me say aban ni nyai sa no ma no. But the young fair no and cover the substantive issue that deeper no di bone.
No. Enti na me so make catch say the facts are what been here.
Anya me say odi bone emra okay emra na say you must go to parliament for approval before you print money and emra na me try
ya botreti e hon na make say o to book akra na to dey make na obeti ase Ghana has say why na wo ho kwan say o ka say bia wey aye bone enti entwe so
Ebeka so bia aye bone and conviction are two different things. You see Minia Monsieur Amra. Crime. Obi committed crime. On the face of it, you know we committed bone. But you say you find nipa in court because nipa were right. The right to be heard. The right to defend himself. And you find in court now on defending and who answer you condemn no. That is what the law says.
On defending
maybe that's a final analogy. Sabu metie we dem anu sumina so. Me sorry na e bia me offer sampan me born ani so a. O say because a court me kan kire me say my born nti no ade na me ye no allegation keke. Me wa wotia wo hu say my sorry e dem sa pa me offer ani so. That is the analogy you are making. And I say that is not accurate. Say nip embra, because say you cannot assault somebody. And to be sure, a battery. I'm liable under the Criminal and Other Offences Act. And say bank embra say before you print money as governor of the central bank, go through processes A, B, C, D before you can print the money. Now one go through that process, sir. What from mra? And when you mean say why bonnet? Mra na say why bonnet? Until you know who say mra no say and that is why the law is written there for everybody to see. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Article 1911. Yes, you can't prosecute somebody for an offense that is not written and punishment for it prescribed in the law. Until once a man share. Adena to one there. Fiscal Responsibility Act. Yes, me mobosia. Your friend saying more than 5%. Don't spend more than up to 5% of the revenue of the previous year. Fiscal Responsibility Act. And all the criminal sanctions are to whom. So if the minister goes beyond the 5%, this is what penalty the person must suffer. You are on conflict of interest. Say, a public officer in the performance of his duty must ensure that his personal interests do not conflict with the performance of his official functions. Now what the Ghana dia kobobosia. Now the bank I a transaction advisor. Aje hu si hu agu botom. Na bosia obetina as finance minister be boy nyina no. Wo company, private company, energy hu si hu ti e kan many on mine no. Now private company esa ho kwan di ho faso eno no nyame na me se why bone e ma ne da ho and these people must be prosecuted but not in a manner emayen fa soldier phone call mu fie emayen fa bibi na afa o mu menya asem bi meka yen prosecute o mu yen fa o mu ko gina mra na no o mu ni na sika o mawia no yen fa kwam so e be sika no dia ma ban ho na me se aban na creative
Mate, meba.
Now, involving the citizens to ensure that we can recover some of these looted funds.
Mate, meba. Cardinal. Okay. All right. Mamen kan we say wahansa. Na mamen kan be mi and say some point wa say na Mensa Thompson so free asepa eba. Cardinal. Thompson should stop the instigation, incitement, allegations and propaganda. A person can only be declared a criminal or thief by a competent court of jurisdiction, not him or even the AG. Maybe Thompson is a young man less than 40 years and didn't have the opportunity of an elderly person telling him how in the 70s and 80s people were picked at night by state security, vanished and never returned home. These were the days in our political journey. We have come very far, and no student of politics or political actor should support such wrongful acts. Surprisingly, a constitutional law lecturer who taught students that the fundamental human rights are inalienable and cannot be curtailed anymore except by a competent court of justice is today saying something else. Kwame Poku CID, number 46 Florida Street, Bantama, Kumasi, who finished by doing a job at Sampain and says that the Cardinal, the attitude of Sampain is called Kusi and Gusi, Koda and Koda. You are afraid of King Edward? Sampain pa, me I'm not. Okay. Even Jack Bebley and Salifu Amankwe's reign of terror came to an abrupt end. One day, these will get a taste of their own medicine. Reset Banza Pa Eni, Samuel Brian Boabeng, and Awoshi. Does Mensa Thompson know about innocent until proven guilty, or he has forgotten about that one? Mami Abba downfall. Mami Ajua says, okay, Mami Ajua, I have to look at your message again. Eja Adam from Enyan Meme says, Sekadna, the NDC security guys who raided the former Bank of Ghana boss's home, are pure queen who were recruited to form ACDR, People Militia, PDC, and others. This is not acceptable. Ejadam, but why any TTI? The measurement me a kind amount. Na any tentia ne kind on na IBB. President John Mahama and his NDC party previously claimed to understand the existing challenges in Ghana and their potential solutions. The people of Ghana aren't interested in hearing repetitive finger pointing and excuses. We're looking forward for real action and tangible solutions to address our economic challenges that the president claimed to be criminally mishandled. MD says we also and also do we say Abawa in Abawa Radio, United Kingdom says leave King Edward alone. He is not that bad. I like the idea that you say he's not that bad. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Nana. Good morning. Is Mensa Thompson saying that the printing of currency without parliamentary approval is the reason why National Security raided Dr. Addison's home? The National Security just acted wrongly. Simple. And everybody must condemn it without any tangentials. What has his lack of parliamentary approval got to do with his wife and children at home? Professor Smart Sapon asks, Mensa Thompson, Mensa Thompson is prejudging the issue, and that is very worrying. This is what leads to the bastardization of the judiciary when things do not go their way. Time will tell. Kwesi Reynolds, Agona, or Dobin, Nezenyen. Okay. Okay. Akabe Sima Edubi Namapong. I was umpire of my memory. 8 minutes. My production team some better me 3 minutes account. I'm there so I'm Tomina.
Nana midase. But quick one. Here Krumha. I know maimu. Say you can say ubi aye body a you wan hihye o. The fact say Bank of Ghana governor yes we print sika without recourse to parliamentary approval no. And no nkyere say yekoye bi basabasa say woni fie. And no so nkyere say better radio so ni TV so egu nanim aso ye kronfo. Sika na so print blue so no. Otwa kunu bottom di ana. That's the question you need to ask, and that's what you need to prove. Abraham Maslow nom. Someone can see here ni bia to say sikani na am wanye ye no. Sa nsem no na Mensa Thompson and this for na mo ye no. Brewing hate in people into a sharp bantin krana or in so no wavia na de. What you say oforata expendi over na mbrano ewo ho. Now refi say a 240 nom and then at for me to spend it over. What did you say then?
Almost spend it over way.
What did you say? Yantiana reports about what we call State of the Nation address. John Mahama, former president, now president, at the time. On no ID2 said spending, even because of elections, you know, you're overspending. Way above Sanyamano. And then you catch and no chance will be a crumb. And no chance will be a crumb for, and no chance will be a abocrono. And we sit here and we throw this there and create the impression. Makabi, the abana semunsem. Ma create impression no aman crofo say bi me akromfo busumi me nsani. Just stripe or the saying ne ya na mrefi ni no. Deputy Attorney General. Sremsai. Busumi me nsani. Before election, same when you are not trying TV3 ni TV akaka. Nti no ni Mensa Thompson those are no one kwaja said saka bananka enka Addison General Court and na no am call ni fie wo mo tibi ka che say asem ba ku mienu nti the dangerous aspect ni say ye yes anema na gives people opportunity e ma criminal dom ho efam hwe and na no am starting mo oral na akromfo bi eduru Kumasi regional education service wo mo store say yama directives from Accra say yema to shops stores num na yemefa enema so wo munko ye bisa he wo ye court ko hene ba obi ansoma mo eventually no yentime hu nkrofokro yes sir and no na ye ka ho asem then also yema nipa ye di bone ese nipa ko ma ne ho ya hin wo wiase enkrofo pia wo nkrofo pia hiro mo kwa because of those things esi jai because me na abontin na ntimi hu obi na nka nche say wo yesusu say wo ka udam no wo wia enti. Yes, obi anim say mra Ghana constitution makwan say Ghana ni ba biara ye say boa ne ma oman no etumpon ko anim nto obi di bone a wo betimi banya wo wasedi say ade anya no kure no wo de bekwa kwatu nipa no so say chinchina me kan yenti no yemfa eno emfa nya adwuma yemchichiri oman sa ye say oman enano esi na nya na mo condemn say na nya adenti na esi a enu obeka say nanu wo ye bi ntia na obi nso nya bi na wo principles no na way wo principles na de kan sem no na eway enano na sinye man say ya chiwo wo si na nya ode wo so you suffered 1 year trauma enu obi aye bi adenti so bi ka say because of that na efanya justification say obi akwa bi. And is that how to build a nation? Sign a teacher of mine. And yes, sign a teacher of mine. Now quickly on Galamsey. Some me tia yasim ye Galamsey. A for no a year culture a Sakumon estate for a cultural or more. Move from saying a dear estate.
Your answer.
So I have 4th estate. One can some file report we buy say me Galamsey because I have a concession. And that make be say I will Galamsey or Galamsey and say look me a sustainable development practitioner. Me a local governance practitioner. Inti me ye bibia me hwe ne mra kwan so. Enche me kwa ye bi wo tema Dr. Afi Yakutu emami we are calling ye Kofoduano. Me free ho na me drive and so papa wo abomusu baby Anita the so they can achieve 5 MPP for
so an gan no na ye den
say me kan ye no hu baby kro na ho na esi fa ho ye kwa ye drew kwabin kwabin ana kwabin ye kwa ye nim kakra almost croning finfin tia na me ne wo mo na me no adamfo ona ba okunum na na say Jack Mike
amwa oku onya madamfo bio my former friend
na ba bia wo mo ye no krom finfin nsuo ni nyina esay
te se konongo de no
ai nsuo ni nyina esay but me susu se ade ye betumi aye e betumi atwa so eye se ye nyina ade ho bagim there are certain towns yanye bi wo honom wo mo gold wo ho pa minim sa hafo areas bi wuntimi nkọ ho because ehemfo no ani krom ho fo no awia ta so se wo mo ma obi akwan enkọ ho. One say the will of the people ye nyina ye ka bomu a enano na mo ya discussion bi as a nurakra you were talking about say edru ho a from obi ade no ho gimu no. And none of pay me to some discuss say was it blade back 1,000 as a saying and then that's for now me I wouldn't say gold ankasa apart from the woman the jewel ni nasi for no me so pure gold muda nipa me ya Galamsey no ya simi ya Galamsey no pure gold crab hu bi eda me so muda oh say ya nyina ya adwunu kra is going to help. 2 aban shi say should be proactive. Enra na mo ka sem bi ma send the message. He we bet him the drones. Ehun ahwe baabi a obo fin so ebe nyina na se bi drone no unless it be a drone a the explosives ekoto abowo mo. But if you want to effect arrest drone to mean chiripa no. Eto si bi one more river gas no ma from saying water gas
blue water
gas are we
blue
serious?
Water initiative
yeah serious
very very.
By the way one from da ben one advertising him say pen crofo say be say da ben into church free party chairman for say mon fa mon kra mra nem page ma mo monye enom de bae ya train no dey requisite training no mo
saa na ususu anase saa na course
saa na course
saa na ususu
there
is saa na ususu
na say obi print it Ghana say you ankoje parliamentary approval na so e kromfo a nya saa na we so tie
ba sa o ka saa also wa anti ase saa dia na fe de wo pese wo kwaye na saa
ya say na Ghana dia by justification
the high and justified
okay saa na misusu misusu say saa na ko because I say why na tie the hu anti say train wo ma wie ye do mo ko na wo mo kra na watuo yan ye fi ba bia ye gold adwuma no say you downplay the security implications of mining, illegal mining na yedi agro. Me masters back on ewo Kivas na me year sustainable development. Enti me call takwa Pristia ne Amenfi area ho. Ekwa research kakra. Na bibisa wo mo questions bi. Na ba kwa na me tabisa ne say aden na mumma alternative livelihoods no yemfa nya adwuma woni man san wo de ma me na san no me yam hime ho na me hu se asem daye so wo mo ka kire me say politician no a owo sika no sofu no a owo sika no ohini bi no owo sika no businessman no owo sika no wo mo de excavators no ba no edom de yesa adwuma no wo mo nim se yedua mango yedua brobe yedua be yedua bofre ne tikwa abrochira eyesika asase ne yedia ye bedida ba bia me koye bia enam hu se enye ade a ye betra ha ne atimi ede kasatentin ede a resolve da
nti wie ni nyina asen
me wie ni nyina akọ ma se ye nyina asedi ye nyi politics in film hwe emre bi ye pese be power nti ensema ye kan kromu ha
omemu ha
maimu me kan kromu den kran se o mbetra ofidie so na eka o maimu ha
sampan
ensema mo call galamsey size ko kan ensema some presidential candidates ejna platform so ekan nana yaw say if people are feeding into SAR, I'm telling you, and if government is not committed, enkusiaga into one yenyi political partisan approach in film na yenhu because you don't target people. Sir, I know lots of NDC for one year small scale mining. I wouldn't tell them say one year galamsey. I know MPP for 1 year small scale mining and even large scale mining. I wouldn't say 1 year galamsey. But even when you have the requisite documentations, I will hear Juma when the Mra so no because of politics, you know, you're binding around. I come with BRC Nipani galamsey. Inti at the time be na bamu, inti doti tutukano. Or who says a sampai or your politician? Ya so ye galamsey a aden na me kwasi mensa amiti tutuka me dia me nkonko ye bi enti ye narrative no ya cleaning no enyisa aspect na film a emwa intensive education
onya kwanko obi mu o time aso
intensive education
o time aso
one critical very important na yemma yehunu se ye nyina ba kwada will end any say enye nipa ba konfo entokwa ene ye kon no ye omamu ni nyina fi say the repercussion no it's going to be there on all of us ebia me no ni mensa nom ni nasefo ebia de betme nya access akoto bottled water nom ye ba na say o ma me special ice anka da bia every day me ba hamba na maji ba ko me nom ba ko de abia menya nsuo anom ba me ma me akua na so ni me wo fa asefo bi na gu chichiwere no ukọ mehamia munsuo bi na na fi ho kobogo no no a ese no sansuo no eno na mu kokoko ase kokoko afuma na esa ye ba ha no sei no dia sabi ni abo agu abo me nana konkruma akura ase akokosu eno na ne eno e ho de galamsey ni ho de ba nsuo no e de ye kama still but say yanka mumu a effect no enye menko ene beba mso e beba
o so that's it
yo nana medase nana I'm say
because they never maintain to 5 minutes.
Oh no ade. Yes sir. Yes sir because
next time Brantam.
Oh say your friend is saying be tie comment na tie for dodo na am say o ma set o questions o mo trim eno mo a mark because am say o mo tie asem na me kan from their own understanding. But Nana, I've been very clear in condemning the actions of people of say the national security for storming people's home at gunpoint. Maka wo fidie so say enye entwa yi me ye de ye me anya me de nti ne kwan say de obi. I've said that the tosu me no maka say Abainu doesn't need to send people or national security operatives to people's homes before it can hold them accountable. Maka and Masaka say Abainu should be creative in finding other innovative ways of recouping, stolen cash or stolen resources from people which we believe they have stolen money. And also, Maka, there's no way I endorse it. Your friend is saying the national security raiding people, so may endorse it. So people should not, misinterpret what I've said. Me say, and yet I me de. Into my find you being so. But for some point soon because they were the perpetrators. They came to sit here to defend it. Until they can't be the same people to come and sit here today crying, friends, and shedding crocodile tears. And I double standard. But so far some of these things now we have a moral right to condemn it and say no, this is not how to go about it. Let's find other means. And I think we all support Abainu to do that. Nana on Galamsey, again, double standard. Nana on say the Biameba me can say me send people for ne kasa. Ayana Obejin say Omatuno position 20 years old. Obejin say the last 8 years na Joma man na buying it so. It's shocking. Just 3 months ago, you had 8 years to solve this business once and for all. It didn't know the year. Some point into 3 months ago now you realize say maybe by yen so no kloma when people have started on this show I have advocate when we're in power big fight campsite to na MPP for no money say maybe by yen so no. 3 or 4 years ago, there was a study that was conducted saying Ghana within the next 10 years we will start importing water. Satana has been shown in Kofonu Gungremu to Galamsey Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining or Motia, Mode JJ Brave, excavated some DJ, Moshino. And I'm moving the Kaya Mam call for some Uncle to Galamsey because party Hieska and Yamanam Kai, Professor from Boatin, Mamu Party member and Becatre. And just 3 months down the line, Obiapano will take actions about the matter. No, say the approach is not wrong. An approach has been wrong. So, may the other innovative ways, may introducing river guards. And I'll say river guards, or what the river guards are going to be doing, they say they are not the people going to fight the illegal miners. They are trained as whistleblowers, deployed into the river banks and river areas, and sending real-time information to the security agencies on people who are invading these river bodies and doing Galamsey so that the security agencies can take action. What's the one TB that?
In this era of technology.
Oh, technology.
In this era of technology.
Sampai. Ukoto drones. Ukoto drones. Someone be to Galamsey. Yeah, who be drones? Be seen. You show no sene here. Inti jai. Obi aba. Odi ya. You see, it's not. You see, doing things is not about rhetorics. You see, Mono, you are just interested in rhetorics. But Obi say, Obi no practical. Emebunu tifi enye adwuma anye. Now say, as part of the whole comprehensive, fight against Galamsey, I'm training river guards and incorporating them into the monitoring of the river and then the forest. Your friends saying, bodies. I also want to say, no, Nana, they chat war. So let's allow a normal. Let them try it. If after a couple of months. And also I'm bare fruiter. You can come and sit here and I said the moye and kusiaga. and I say it didn't show, it did not work, then you can criticize. But now that they've started, we don't even know how this whole program is being planned and how if it's going to be. Don't just condemn it outrightly like that. Allow them to work, and let's see. They are tosso me, sir. Na MPP for some adwa safon kasabio. Oh, na mo party mo dia bomb safon rule of law, the party of freedom of speech. Party ama bomb safon say mo repeal the criminal libel law. After party na mo issue statement say man kofo nkasa. Nana utia and some adwa safo kan. You feel sad for this nation. And one of the highlights of Kaya, Miyem Shimene say school feeding administrator, and I hope the special prosecutor has requested for a copy of those tapes, and is going to initiate actions on this matter. Timika Churubi say, Brana Minfa ghost names in Shishaso. It is almost their ghost names now, and they are born most of it was the same thing they were doing at National Service. And you know, the same thing. And your friend saying, free SHS. On Bekata say 5.2 million children have benefited. Meanwhile, you could hear and cut them there 3.6. And also ghost names. So and also ghost. Just say, are they NAPCO ghost names, NSS ghost names. Just and you say you know the NHIS hole because say the NHIS system so on between the ghost hospitals or are you fake claims say they are Jessica. And this is a serious audit that must happen. In fact, Utie interview now, it gives you a vivid account of how Akufo-Addo's administration was run. This is a normal time run or minor. Basa tan say. And then 3 months down the line, my bet na say again. Musu. Obi abe bu man fefe say mo se mo nti ase. Enti mo de ade efa nya mo fe. Oh, jab. Tampa o de nya wo bebem. Wo bebem oh ofa. Obi aba ebu man fefe say yo no man say nya mo fe. Wo de mo am hwe say won decency aba amamu onim. Won decency. O hwe vice president o kasa o piebe dwomo a o hwe president o kasa na obi piebe dwomo o hwe appointees dey obi esi holding ho e kasa ne Ghana for kasa ni die mu ena no meti energy minister Okokumase era John Jinapo ye say problem bi wo quickly no odu ho okọ tiretire ma kire Kumase for say enya adebone your friend is saying changes been here with the transformers no and now hwe na no ne kasa say ne Ghana for kasa enya de ebisa timetable o se kokọ ne koye timetable e ntama mo papa ba say ede see amemu a ene Ghana for kasa de amemu a you know a church nsem openness and transparency amemu a ndidi Ghana for atem se Ghana for complain didi o matem amemu a frefre agye nkyere na no ye education reforms na education minister wakoho wa frɛ obi aso ma kyere na adwene your friend is saying minister for finance no makoye economic forum no so metete obi adwene sanye ebuman na mo buman tantan say for 8 years mo kotena fie your friend is saying 3 months pe obi aba ebuman fefe say mo se mo ntiase onyai fefe no koye mo de tantan ni bi it say the person jo mama nyai mama no obu no koye mo de tantan ni bi ana mo de basa Ghana for ka say o mo mpirinte no mama mo parliament 88 MPs I am your friend is saying into over 1.7 million gap unprecedented. Some more than time number say abano to Sunibuana. I mean, so what are you dear? Watch it. Monosu nyane dear here. Anko ya nana said medical can. Abani no maybe na anko ya. Yani babetna me. I'll be the first person to come and sit here and say it. I won't defend the abano because say me pa bangana sem. Oye na nya ebeka said the omodin kofo refia maka say enye they should stop it no sa na mo ye na ode obi aba na oye no maka kama ama say you know Ghana ye image no economy nana unim say some investors pa true people Ghana investors ketwa here chese won it is as if say all the investors were sitting on the fence waiting for Akufo-Addo na ban so mbekwa ko tenafie. All investors, they were waiting for NPP to go home Today, investors are trooping into Ghana left, right, center. As a Ghana, as a you hear war with Ghana so, and I once in HAC. Bebre. I said, Omunya substantive deal, Bintimin Kanchero. But investors are trooping into Ghana on a daily basis. People are excited about the new change, about the new regime. What you say? Enti ya besremo MPP for no. Mo de munya botre. Opposition Munyendi 10 years kura na mo kasa say as a muko opposition 20 years 3 months pe ana musoma say nyankopon ifie baako ye ifie apem na ifie apem so ifie baako te bia 3 months no mo hu say bia 300 years pa cho 3 months pe bo so me pore baako mi ni miensa munya botre the time will come where you will have to criticize the government. And you criticize constructively.
Now, introduce NDC communicator. Now, officially NDC
say me NDC is here Ghana. Nana. Offer. This is neither here nor there. Offer. This is neither here nor there. You've had the opportunity. Allow me to make my point.
In fact,
say me NDC new. Say obe to introduce me as NDC new. So obe introduce me with my organization. No, it's neither here nor there. The importance is the substance of the matter. Some make me boy. I say me boy.
Finito.
But your friend is now the time where number force. Say and the NDC aya kono. Into force the NDC should be concrete. The parliament tum. Part na ya kono.
But Prophet William Addison of Eagles House Chapel International. Ene eye wawoda oyire do for Sarah. Ene woba Jasper say ye ma Prophet William Addison etinkwan. Ene awodapa. Afe elder doctor Ano Entry Gibson also so oba Agnes Kesewa donko ose oni abusuani nyina emao trinkwa ene awodapa nyame enhyira na edi wonkwanna emen Obazambai Professor Joseph Osafo so mo achenwai
mejine so na me say project na kwesi sen
okay na no yetimi yenya 110 wheelchairs edema na this year so nyame yad no fi June hoko no yebesa start ya June hoko no
June ntia mo boy ho
pacho mo boy ho this time mo na kese pa is that
kakra say be unemployed but kakra
but we no say I say o mamu yedu obi o galam say dey say o ma and there's a mamu yedu do say menka jo say center na chiao na yebesa ba yo to me that say na honorable Sampan so Oze
ECG
why dey
Mati so my a third deputy managing director
maintain
won't
there be
and yet a company no am so munya ska krent to am ka san ko appointee anyway
maintain
oh sir and your way here na bedru ho da wonim enano
wonim say chunru wa empam ho dan tante dia
enano honorable jinapo number kumase yeah electricity sem no
to me aka wasem da tante bi
na some okay no I will create impression some buy no ma be si transformer no enye no kure
na say obi anka so buy no be si transformer
o some okay no o see e buy ye transformers ye see
enye
hwese mu bi no
wanka so no be si transformer of wanka sa ye nyina yeti na ya ye hu video no o ko tumfuo ni ko kasa be no o ka say o be no o ka say o si transformer
mate my little enyonam ofori baby the precious daughter today is your birthday. Happy birthday from your sister Enyunam and also from myself and then from the rest of the people in the house. They know themselves. Wishing you the best, Enyunam Ofori, from your dad Mr. Ofori Kafui and then the other one Mama Ju. Wishing you the best as you celebrate your birthday today. Nyankopon come home. Obia unya adajitie yen yada se na otwin so Dr. Father Dixon Kennedy Asante say Suffolk Jason Testament bar for Peter Square, Isaac Opoko, Pretty Joyce, Dominic Nyanyovo, and Nana Pepra, Omo, and a Shishay, and I'm the Hochami, Minianum Udi Ahenkain Kwame, Yaboa, Nanaya Konedu Mama Africa, Napos him a dry boy J, Mammy Biama Quafo, and Ohinana Kwame Amo, Omoni Kopruta for no most to the 2 year Kopruta Noa, a ye, Kokrokoo Translators and Producers Association of Ghana, Kopruta. Nana J. Bravo, DJ Zan Okorono, Kopruta. Eti, Omona Shisha Naja, Midi Hochiame, a friend and I are Kessie. Me Catholic GD here mean to which you are from the Cardinal. And if you are the ocean, so sober come your moody acquaintu, Sansia da so ever lent mo. Na me Chile, Emma Ghana's morning voice, Chairman General, Senior Tipa, Kwame Sefakai. Na Kofi Converse the Royal Baby. Edemo Tenafri Sabri, Copim Sepremo, Ebeto. Me the Radiasum J, Eja Ubia, Unya Quanti.